Hey everybody, Metalhead Wife here. So last Saturday, I got my employee bonus, and me and my girlfriend decided to go buy some jewelry. Quick backstory: I started a new position within my job, which I'm still in the same company, but I relocated to a different location, and I moved up, which is great, but kind of entered into a field that required a lot of fires to be put out. A lot of things happened. And one of the worst things that happened was I lost my rose gold Tiffany T1 narrow hinged bangle. Lost it. It had kind of the clasp was, I had a couple times where the clasp came a little loose, but this was definitely because the job required a lot of, I have more responsibilities and so on and so forth. And I had not fully clasped it on. It has a double, and I must not have clasped it on fully. And, just with the job taking up so much mental energy, I must not have clasped it on fully. And between Thursday evening and Saturday morning, I realized my bracelet was gone. And I never go that long without checking my wrist. And it was gone. And I had been to work and I had stopped off at the local grocery store. I made my rounds inquiring about this bracelet. No idea where it is. It is gone. Heartbroken. I bought that pre-loved on Fashion File for a very good price a few years ago. Still wasn't cheap. And there's just no way I could afford that right now, even pre-loved. It's with the way gold is skyrocketing. So I've pretty much resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to find it. That was a couple of months ago. And so I'm on the hunt for a replacement rose gold bracelet. I want something, not that I'm a designer chaser, but I do want a designer piece. I want it to be in rose gold, and I would like it to be 18 karat. So I started looking into alternatives that were more affordable. And so I haven't gotten it yet. I got something else from this company with my bonus. My bonus is not that big. I can't, I'm not, but this is kind of me saying, do I really want to invest in this company? And if so, let's get this piece, wear it for a while. So last Saturday, I've been thinking about this. I used to own some jewelry from this company many years ago, probably about nearly 2 decades ago. But as a result of sometimes when you are involved with a person, there's a lot of energy there. And when that person is no longer in your life, if it was negative energy, sometimes you like to clean house. And that's what I did. And some of that jewelry that was involved was part of that. So I cleaned house of this company because I bought those pieces during that time. So I had nothing of this company. So I decided to get back into it because, quite frankly, always enjoyed it, always liked it. And it's got a really good price point. So here we go. I went to, I didn't go actually to David Yurman. The closest actual full-on David Yurman store to where I live is 3 hours away in a city that is very sketchy. And my husband always gets really nervous when I go. And so my girlfriend and I found out that a store 2 hours away in a very nice town is an exclusive dealer of David Yurman. So we decided to go up there. She's relatively new in her jewelry journey, and she wanted a piece and she wanted to check it out. And I had my eye on a couple pieces. So I got this piece. It's the 5mm citrine. It's not the flex. It's the traditional hard cable with 14 karat yellow gold accents. I do wear silver, and this goes very well with my other stack. I don't have my sliding bangle on right now, but this pairs very well with my rose gold. The citrine is warm. The pieces I've had earlier from David Yurman a long time ago was, gosh, I'm going to butcher this stone, Prasiolite. It's too cool tone for me. I'm a warm toned person. I wear warm toned stuff. And even though it's silver, it's got that really warm, glowing citrine, which I find to be absolutely, I mean, look how it catches the light. It's absolutely gorgeous. So of course, now I have my sights set on. They have a rose gold morganite cuff. Now the rose gold morganite cuff, this is 5 millimeter. The rose gold morganite cuff is only 3 millimeter and it has diamonds. But it's the only rose gold cuff that I like. They don't carry as much rose gold. And this is just a little touch of yellow gold here, so that's not going to interfere. Also, my Clash is a very unique rose gold. I feel like it can go with rose gold or yellow gold, so I absolutely love this. It's stunning. And what's even more interesting is that even my husband said, I like this. This is pretty. And he never says that about any of my jewelry, ever. So that was also green light. You know, I was looking up David Yurman videos. There aren't too many out there that are recent. I've known David Yurman for a long time. It's either a love or a hate. And people say the silver's overpriced for what it is, but silver's going up too. One of the reasons why I also like David Yurman is David Yurman's still owned by David Yurman. Tiffany's not owned by Tiffany. Cartier's not owned by Cartier, just to name a couple. Oh, Van Cleef is also not owned by Van Cleef. But David Yurman is still owned by David Yurman. And I kind of like that, you know. So in June, I took a screenshot of the rose gold cable bracelet that I wanted, and already it's gone up $250. I'm not waiting any longer. I just can't. It's not really within my budget, but I can make it work. That's to replace my Tiffany bangle that I lost. It's at a much more better price point. David Yurman does have a pretty good price point when it comes to gold. They're kind of like the designer underdog of the designer jewelry world. They don't command as high of a price on their gold as other brands do. It doesn't mean those other brands, I think any less of them at all. But it's going to replace my Tiffany gold bangle because I need to replace it. I had quite a good stack going, and also it has no moving parts, so I don't have to worry about me not clasping it or not clasping it properly and having it fall off. That really shook me to the core. My job that I have now is a higher status position. It is more responsibility, and when I lost that bracelet, I really learned a hard lesson. And so what I pass along to you is, when you do buy jewelry, be very, very cautious about what you buy. The clasp, the strength of the chain, what you do every day, what you take off at night, what you put back on in the morning, and make sure you're more mindful, because I wasn't. I thought that I was, but I wasn't. And that wasn't the only piece of jewelry I lost since I started this new job with the added responsibilities and mental load. And luckily, what else I lost wasn't as, price-wise wasn't as costly, but nonetheless, it was, a sign saying, pay attention. So, jewelry is not cheap. Silver's not cheap either, folks. So please be mindful. So yes, David Yurman. I highly do recommend David. Now, David Yurman is a certain style. Either you like David Yurman or you don't. But I have a feeling that since my husband actually liked it, I can probably add more. I'm not going to add too much silver to my stack because I really want to keep it mostly rose gold. I'm going to get the rose gold morganite cuff, and then after that I'm going to get another silver one, but I'll probably get a few silver ones and then just have the one silver in my stack and swap it out to jazz up my stack. So like, today I'll have the citrine one, and then I'm going to probably get a silver one with morganite, because I don't want too much silver. I do want it mostly to be rose gold. Anyway, I got this at, like I said, at a jewelry store that is an exclusive licensed retailer for David Yurman. So I only got the David Yurman pouch. I got a David Yurman polishing cloth. And I also got the certificate of authenticity. But unfortunately, if it's a David Yurman exclusive, they do not sell those there. You have to get it at a David Yurman store, and I am certainly not going to the store that is 3 hours away in a city that makes my husband just too darn nervous. And it's 3 hours, and it's a lot. So that's what you get living in the South. Anyway, that's my quick video. That's one of my latest purchases. So when I get the David Yurman piece, I'll be sure to come on here with the rose gold and talk to you about it, because I only found one video on TikTok of a nice young lady that talked about hers, and I just don't feel that there are enough conversations about David Yurman. So that's it with partial stack. I'm wearing this. This is my Cartier Clash. I'm also wearing a couple Pandora pieces. This one is, one moment please, let me get these chains here. I have a Pandora in yellow gold with a 0.15 carat diamond. And then I'm also wearing a Pandora in white gold with a 0.5 carat. And then this is a rose gold bangle with texture from EP Fine Jewelry. I also wear from EP Fine Jewelry a sliding charm bangle, but I take that off to clean it. So it's getting cleaned right now. Because it has so many moving parts, I let that soak in jewelry cleaner. So that is getting cleaned right now. The rest of these usually go in the ultrasonic cleaner because they can withstand that. But the EP Fine Jewelry sliding charm bangle that I have has pave set diamonds in the charms, and so I don't put those in ultrasonic cleaners, so that gets soaked. But that would also be on here right now. So I'm going to add the David Yurman, and it's going to start filling up with David Yurman, because David Yurman is a good price point. David Yurman is sturdy, well made, and it's not going to fall off my wrist because I didn't pay attention on not fastening the clasp. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. And I just want to say, everyone, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I certainly did. And I'm relaxing now and slowly cleaning up, and we're all eating leftovers like crazy. So remember what you're grateful for, and have a metal rest of your week. Thank you so much.